I was pretty delighted to see streets that are about 2 minutes away from my house in The Good Liar. That was definitely a positive thing with watching this film. It's a brilliant film, but it's very hard to watch, at least for the first half of it. And then the tone shifts and it gets even more clever and even more crafty, and the narrative becomes even more fabulously executed. So it's definitely for me a film of two halves, the first half being quite uncomfortable because of the character of Roy, played by the fabulous Ian McKellen, of course, and what he kind of his behaviours towards Betty, played by the fabulous Helen Mirren, and it's quite uncomfortable. But then the tone shifts and attitudes change, and I won't say why or how, but then it becomes even more compelling and gripping. This was released in 2019, directed by Bill Condon, with a screenplay by Jeffrey Hatcher, based on the novel by Nicholas Searle. I haven't read the novel. If you know how it compares, please feel free to let me know without any spoilers. I might at some point check out the novel. But this is basically about two individuals who are in their later years in life, both of whom are widowed, and they decide to, of course, start a relationship. But what Betty doesn't realise is that Roy is actually a swindler. He is out to do anything to get as much money as possible. He's part of this organised criminal gang, and we become very aware very quickly that he might be taking advantage of her. But not everything is as it seems. In fact, scrap that, nothing is as it seems. And in the beginning, it is hard to watch Roy's behaviours, and it's hard to watch Betty. But as the narrative progresses, it's very well developed, it's very detailed. It's one of those films, not so much blink and you miss it, because it repeats things or explains things in enough detail that you get a good grasp of what's going on without giving too much away to spoil the narrative. It will keep you guessing for quite a while, but it's also quite detailed that you do need to pay attention. I don't think it's a film you could watch with one eye on something else. At least I certainly couldn't. And I think the character development was amazing. The pacing at which they revealed new tidbits of information to keep us guessing or to throw us off the scent trail, or indeed to just completely throw a spanner in the works. The narrative is beautifully told. The characters are fabulously well developed, brilliantly acted, needless to say, fabulously shot. Brilliant choice of location for Roy's flat. I'm not sure where it's meant to be. I don't think the exact location is named in the film, but it's on a street in Belsize Park that is literally the end of my street, and you turn the corner. So that's quite exciting. Interestingly, I have no recollection of them filming here at all, so they did that very discreetly. But there's obviously a lot of beautiful British landmarks in this. We have the Underground, you see various bridges, iconic London buses. It is beautiful, best of British. It's a fabulous achievement. Storytelling, cinematographically, it is stunning. From start to finish, I was compelled. It's a true emotional roller coaster as well. You can trust nobody. I loved the character development. I loved the pacing. For me, it hit every mark. It's got 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, which is a really respectable rating. Apparently it has a Metascore of 55, which is a little bit less than what I would have expected. But generally speaking, The Good Liar seems to be really well received. And yes, I'm a little bit biased because I very much praise their choice of filming locations. To think that Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren were 2 minutes from me and I had no idea. Deeply shamed. But it's absolutely fabulous. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I'm sure there is room for improvement. But if you're looking for a film that will keep you hooked and gripped and not let your emotions go until the entire journey is over, and to be honest, it will stick with you once you've watched it as well, The Good Liar is a pretty strong film to go with. I think you will enjoy it.